Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Growing Orchids in Jamaica. If you are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you want to see more on how I grow my orchids in Jamaica, please subscribe to my channel. Today I will be introducing you to my Cymbidium orchids. Now, this is a little area that I have my Cymbidium orchids in. They are actually at the southern section of my home where they are actually shaded by a palm tree and the alamander. So they're actually semi-shaded, and I find that they are doing pretty well right here. Now, Cymbidium orchids, they fall into two categories or two groups. One is the standard and the other the miniature. Now, for the standard group are really the very large ones that grows and require very specific temperature. The standard one bears flower between 3 to 5 inches across. So you can just imagine how large those are. And they actually grow up to 3 feet tall. They require bright light and very cool nights. No, they like to be watered and fertilized regularly, especially from spring going all the way down to summertime. The persons really grow them for cut flower because they are just so huge, and they tend to bloom mainly between January and April. Or now for the miniature. Miniature ones are the ones that we grow here in Jamaica and in the Caribbean, because they will do much better in our temperature. Now back to the standard. The standard will grow in Jamaica, but we may not necessarily get them to bloom because they require, as I said earlier, specific cold temperature. And in Jamaica, our temperatures really do not get as cold to meet the requirements of these flower. So now the miniature, they bear flower between 1 to 3 inches in diameter, as you can see here that I'm showing. They grow up to 1 to 2 feet tall. So they are still pretty tall, but they are not like giant plants. They produce flower really at warmer temperatures, and they actually bloom anytime from fall to spring. Hence, that is why I'm having some blooms here right now. This yellow one that you're looking at is the Cymbidium golden elf. Quite popular here and actually quite prolific. It grows quite easily and it constantly blooms for us here. Now, Cymbidium orchids are semi-terrestrial plants, and they should be kept moist at all times. Now, the medium I have mine in, as you would have seen in a previous video that I did, are actually soil or compost. I actually use compost and I mix it with charcoal and gravel. And that is my medium, because while they like to be kept moist, they still like to dry out. And the roots like to be matted, so it likes to be aerated, and that's why I grow them in that medium, and I find it works pretty well. The leaves, as you would have noticed, are grass-like, and what I realize, you don't want the leaves to be too green, because if the leaves are too green, what it indicates is that they are not necessarily getting enough sunlight. So the color of the leaves, you don't want it to be too green. If you look at this one, it has a slight yellow tinge, and this is the preference, because what it says is that if the leaves are too green, it tells you that they are not necessarily getting enough sunlight. All right, there is this one here. This is a newbie. No, this is a GramCym. It's a cross between the Grammatophyllum and the Cymbidium. I bought this plant a year ago and it finally blew for me. It's a GramCym indrajet. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'll put the name down below. I just love it. It is just oh so gorgeous. Look at it. The blooms are so big. Look at the formation. Look at the pattern in the leaves, and it is just so gorgeous. With this one, I've been waiting for about a month since it spiked for it to open, because I really don't want to shoot this video until most of the ones that I have in spike are actually opened. So I waited and I waited and I waited, and believe me, it's a first time bloomer and I have not regretted waiting on it. And because of that, this Cymbidium true red that I have at the back here, which was open for some time now, and if you notice, the petals look similar to this GramCym. Look at the formation, it's just a color difference. So it's actually going off. If you notice, there are some spots on it, and that's because it has been opened for some time now while I wait for this GramCym to open. And I am loving it. My Cymbidiums are doing quite well and I am enjoying them. This is, well, I don't have the ID for this one, but this is actually an old bloom. So if you notice, the colors are also changing, and this one each year puts on a spectacular show. And of course, right beside it, the golden elf. So these are some spectacular plants that are actually collector's dream. How I care them, I actually water them at minimum twice per week, and perhaps once per month I will add some 20-20-20 to the water to give them, and I just try to ensure that they are moist enough, because as you see right here, they are actually semi-shaded and they seem to like this area that I have them here. In order for them to bloom, the temperature in the area that I live will go as low as in the 50s, and because of that they will do pretty well in this area, unlike in the hotter parts of the island. If you notice on the leaves, they do get fungus or different things from time to time, because where they really are kept cool. So I also have to spray them once I spray my other plants, wherein I spray my other plants maybe once per week, sometimes less frequently, depending on what is happening. And however, because the plants are so clustered, sometimes when you spray, you may not necessarily get all the leaves. And so quite recently, I actually shift them and did some cleaning and some repotting. And that's why I'm now noticing that there are some leaves that were actually damaged from spots, but I'm not worried about it. And it really will not stop it from bloom. This one, based on how large it is, I believe it might be one of the standard because this is really a huge one. You look at it compared to my hand. It's really big. So most of them are not blooming, but I have different ones that are spiking. If you would have noticed here, I still have others spiking that are coming up. So I am hoping that I will get some more blooms during the season. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like or a thumbs up. And so you never miss another video, please subscribe to my channel so you will continue to see how I grow my orchids in Jamaica. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and leave me a comment below. And as we say in Jamaica, just follow back on me. This is the Orchid Duck, and I am growing orchids in Manchester, Jamaica.